Hello, we are live. We are on episode 400, Light Up with Tejaswini Live. I'm Chandana, your host for this weekly, fortnightly, regular live over the last more than 6 years now. And today's theme is 400 episodes, the journey of light. Hello everyone, and welcome to a very special episode of Light Up with Tejaswini Live, episode 400. And this is a very special milestone because we are completing 6 years of Light Up with Tejaswini Live. 400 episodes is a big number. Hello, Kunjal. Welcome. 400 episodes is a big number, but when I look at it, I don't just see a number, I see a journey. Today we would be, rather than doing the regular live, I thought I would take you through this journey of light, how it began, how it evolved, and where we are headed next. And of course, because this is episode 400, we are going to celebrate a little bit too. The complimentary tarot readings will obviously be there. Thank you, Kunjal. Let's give this a few moments for everyone to join. Okay. Share this live as best as you can. We'll wait for 2 minutes and then we'll start. I can see the notifications are going in now. So, what are we going to talk about today? 6 years of Light Up with Tejaswini Live, the evolution from the uh, tarot live sessions to energy work to meditations to courses to book divinations, the intuitive book readings. We'll be talking of the Eclipse Corridor, which is the current energy flow. We are moving through this very powerful period between the two eclipses, the solar eclipse and the upcoming lunar eclipse. And this is a time for releasing the old and preparing for new beginnings. We would be talking of my featured course. Uh, every week, based on the energies of the week, I like to give a wellness recommendation or the weekly energy support. And this week's featured course is Breakthrough with NLP. And since this is the 400th episode, we would also be doing a tarot celebration, complimentary mini readings for uh, all star senders. Feel free to send stars. If you haven't sent it earlier, just go to just below the comment, you will find the star icon. So support the page with stars and in fact, the light up this particular live session. Okay, so let's see who else has joined in. Mukarram, hello. Maheshwari, hello. Hello, Aisha, how are you? Okay, so 400 episodes, 6 years of uh, the non-stop Light Up with Tejaswini live sessions, and today's episode 400. So, a very special milestone. So, a little bit about the journey of Tejaswini over these 6 years, and especially with the live sessions. So, the journey obviously began with me, my own awakening, and my own curiosity to understand myself, the energies, more about consciousness, everything which is mystical, the energies, the higher consciousness, self discovery, healing. And over the years, I explored and learned different modalities. Started with Reiki, tarot, past life regression, and a lot of new age modalities, and gradually explored the traditional Indian practices such as Shiv Yoga, Kriya Yoga, Surya Yoga, Sri Vidya, and along with energy work, healing. And interestingly, all this was happening while I was also pursuing a very different journey professionally, which was pure corporate work and a corporate career, and I was rising in that career as well, and I spent many years in that world. So there were really two parallel journeys happening within me, the corporate professional and the spiritual seeker. But then whatever is expanding has to eventually take over, and something has to give way for the other. So one thing had to go, and that was my corporate career. So looking back, I realized that I wasn't simply leaving one career to start another. I was making space for something that had been already growing within me. So something which was growing within me for so many years. So that had to now take up the space. So after that transition, the work of Tejaswini, all the learnings, all the preparations started taking a more definite form, started getting integrated. And we had a community called Tejaswini. So before we went online with the Tejaswini page and the Tejaswini tarot page and all the online social media stuff, we had an offline healing community which was called Tejaswini. So we started as an offline group, and which would come together for meditation, for healing, for inner work, for spiritual discussions. And that was a very important phase because the essence of what Tejaswini is today was already there. So it was about, so the app we have today, the courses we have today, the social media we have today, but that was simply about creating a space where people could pause, people could connect with themselves, people could heal, people could grow. So that was happening, and it was happening regularly, and was a very beautiful part of Tejaswini's journey. And then came the pandemic. And like so many things which in our lives, the pandemic changed, especially the way we connect to each other. That had to change. So the offline community could no longer function the way it functioned earlier, and the work began moving online. And we started doing online workshops, we started doing WhatsApp workshops, WhatsApp groups became active, uh, healing programs done online, the social media outreach started. That was the time which was the outreach started growing. And that is how Light Up with Tejaswini live began. So that was 6 years back. And today we are more than 6 years back. And today we are at episode 400. If you go to my YouTube channel, you will find a playlist of the golden lives. So that's the golden lives. So that is the collection of the best live sessions which I have kept there in that golden list. So, and then when we started the Light Up with Tejaswini live, these were initially they were primarily tarot based, but over the years the format has evolved. We have brought in the energy work, we have brought in the guided meditations. Every time we started doing some process, so that was important. We started doing some sort of energy work, live energy work, interactive energy work. So if you have participated in that over the last few years, you will remember that. So then we began featuring different courses, different healing practices. We started bringing in the book readings, the book divinations, the intuitive book readings, and generally conversations around mystical and spiritual experiences. So, if I had to describe the evolution in one line, it would be starting from tarot, then going to energy work, then going to guided meditations, then all the courses getting built up, the intuitive book readings starting, the app being featured, the web store coming up. So, although the format may have changed over the years, the intention has always remained the same, to bring more light, more awareness, more inner connection into our lives. And I'm sure a lot of you have who are following me regularly have benefited from my sessions. If you have benefited, do write in the comment box. What is the impact? How you felt with Tejaswini? Share it. Feel free to share in the comment box. So, and of course, a journey of this length has brought in beautiful milestones as well, recognitions also through the Holistic Wellness Award, through the Women Entrepreneur and Author of the Year at the India Business Awards, and the coming up of my first book, which was Mystical Encounters, Messages from Deities and Divine Beings. This was its own wonderful journey. It became an Amazon bestseller, a new hot seller, and the book and my work have continued to receive recognition. This book is I'm using, apart from the readings and the exercises, and I'm using it for divination. I'm using it as an oracle, and I also encourage other people to use it as an oracle. Means messages for yourselves. And I have used it for spiritual activations. This book has accompanied me over uh, my spiritual travels all over the world, and the book has received its recognition. I have also been nominated for the Legacy of Literature Awards, and let's see, the announcements are expected shortly. So that there is another exciting, and then there is another exciting chapter which is unfolding, and which is my second book, which is The theme is past lives, my own journey into my own past lives. So I delve into my own aspects of myself, past, parallel, concurrent. So that is progressing through publications. So when I look back, I realize how one thing has continuously led to the other. So one doorway has opened another doorway, and the journey has kept evolving. And that evolution eventually brought Tejaswini into the digital space in a bigger way. Today we have the Tejaswini app where you can access courses, spiritual courses, self empowerment courses, wellness courses, meditations, healing programs, inner yoga, and other offerings. And I also share, if you have the app with you, I also share the weekly bonuses. You get a free card readings. You have fortnightly bonuses. You get the energy remedies. You get powerful processes from time to time. So if you enjoy these live sessions and want to stay connected with the larger Tejaswini journey, I would definitely encourage you to download the app, Tejaswini's app. The links are all featured here for download of the Tejaswini app. It's featured in the live, and you can download. It's a free global app. You can download it from both Android and the Apple platform. So you can choose whatever platform you use. And this is also a good time to mention that you can also book a personal tarot session. Any issue in your life, could be work, could be career, could be personal issues, could be relationship issues, could be choices, could be opportunities, okay, family, any issue, you can book a personal tarot session with me through the, again, the links are all featured. So, and if you have the app, you don't have to go anywhere. Everything is in the app. It's like a go-to place for everything. The life gives you the collective guidance, but a personal tarot session would uh, allow us to look at your situation in greater depth. So, download the Tejaswini app if you don't already have it. And if you've been following my journey, you may know that writing this book, Mystical Encounters, was another important chapter of this journey. So the book documents some of my mystical experiences and the messages that I received from deities and divine beings. For many people, this book has become a doorway into exploring their own understanding of mystical experiences and spirituality. So if you haven't read it yet, the Mystical Encounters book link, the Amazon book link is also featured. You can explore it directly from the live. Okay, so that was a snapshot of Tejaswini's journey. And where are we now in terms of the energies, the Eclipse Corridor? As we reach episode 400, we are also moving through a very powerful, energetic, interesting energetic period. We are in the eclipse corridor and we are moving through this phase of release, realignment, and transition. The lunar eclipse, we've already been through the solar eclipse, and the lunar eclipse brings another layer of completion and clearing. And as we move towards September, we begin looking towards new beginnings. So, this period between the solar eclipse and lunar eclipse is very powerful. Solar eclipse initiates certain changes which are culminated by the time the lunar eclipse happens. And then we step into September. So that makes this particular episode 400 feel even more symbolic to me, because 400 is kind of a threshold. We've completed something substantial, and we are ready to ask, what are we ready to leave behind? What are we ready to change? What are we ready to create next? So ask yourself, what are we ready to leave behind? What are we ready to change? What are we ready to create next? That's the question to ask yourself in this eclipse corridor period. So that brings me again to today's featured course, Breakthrough with NLP. Okay, so because new beginnings don't always require the world outside us to change first. Sometimes the breakthrough begins if we change the way we think, if we change the way we perceive, if we change the way we respond. We we can't expect the outside world to change for us. So best is to look into ourselves and change the way we think, we perceive, and we respond. And NLP, which is called neuro linguistic programming, subconscious re imprinting of the brain patterns. That's the meaning of that's what NLP does. Changing the way you think, you perceive, you respond. So, if there are old thought patterns, if there are limiting beliefs, if there are behaviors that you feel are keeping you stuck, this is a wonderful time to consciously work with them. So, the eclipse corridor can symbolically support, not only symbolically, but the energies are such. Energetically, it can support release, it can support transition, but it is important that we participate in our own transformation. Unless we involve ourselves in it, unless we participate, cosmic energies can support us, the environment can support us, but we have to work on ourselves. So if you feel you're ready for a breakthrough as you move towards a new chapter, Breakthrough with NLP, that is the course I'm featuring on my web store and my app at this time. So the link is available again in the it's if you go to the description, you'll find all the links over there, including Breakthrough with NLP. Okay, let me check now today's episode 400. So it's not only about looking back. Let's look at what the current energies, collective energies are. We'll do a quick collective check in with a few cards. This will apply to all of you who are watching or who would watch the replay, because most of you watch the replay, which is fine. Okay, we'll see what this energies, current energies, the 400th episode energies, the collective energies are like at the moment. Today, I don't want to do the zodiac sign readings. We'll do it for the September month. We did the Virgo season readings, zodiac sign readings last time. So if you have missed that out, you can go to that. Okay, first card is the Magician. So it's all about this is the moment to assert your willpower, to assert your influence, to assert your power. The energies are strong and supportive. Be very resourceful, use your resources to the best. Use your skill, use your abilities. You have the abilities, you have the skills, you have the logic, you have the intellect, you have the powers within you. The resources are within you. You just have to get it all together and use it for your advantage. This is also the moment, this is also the time when you can release a lot of emotional pain. Releasing your pain, overcoming your depression. Uh, if you have not been feeling too good, this is the period when you can overcome that energy. Get more optimistic. If there's anyone you want to forgive, the moment is now. Forgiveness. If you're going through a heartbreak, this is the time to recover from the heartbreak. There could also be moments of reconciliation. Don't get impulsive or aggressive or forceful or rude, or don't try to impose yourself on others. Okay, so keep that balance. All those who are working on doing their own work, self employment, building their business, this is the time when you can, if you work hard, if you focus on quality, if you apply the necessary expertise and knowledge and do some hard work and show commitment and dedication and concentration, then you can get the success that you deserve. So this is, as I said, emotionally, it is a time of releasing pain, overcoming, uh, uplifting yourself, finding your mental strength, awakening, coming out of isolation, recovering. Also, the time when you focus on self care, take care of yourself. It's the Virgo season as well. And Virgo season is about health, wellness, self care. So, take care of yourself. You have the strength, you have the patience, you have the courage, you have the confidence, you have the compassion, you have self control, and you can overcome any kind of self doubt just by your inner strength. Okay, let's see Some other cards. Let's look at the love cards, the two pins of love cards. It's time to take back control of your life. So if you are, the card says codependency. If there's any codependency, if you're too dependent, too attached, too invested in something which is uh, not very gratifying, then it's also the time to take back control of your energies, free yourself. The situation is also calling for you to have faith. So have faith in whatever is unfolding. Your love life can also be affected by children. So that's also important. Card says you deserve love. So have faith in yourself. Some of you could be progressing towards better chemistry, strong magnetic attraction, even a situation which involves more commitment like engagement, marriage. So some progression towards that as well. Okay, so that was a current energy check-in. Let's see what the Sword of Light Oracle is telling. Archangel Michael's cards. What are they telling about the current energies? Pray from the heart. Prayer can move mountains. So reach out to the divine with your heart's concerns and watch miracles unfold. So connect to the divine. I also got the Hermit card earlier. So looking inwards, introspection, deep inner connection with the divine. Prayer, just believing in your prayer. Let go of your fear and worry for your loved ones. So if you're worrying about somebody in your life, could be a family member, could be somebody whom you love, then let go of your fear. They are being taken care, they are being looked after. Don't give up on love as well. A relationship you cherish can be healed. Clear the way for forgiveness so that love can thrive again. Wonderful. You see these two dolphins. So relationships can thrive. As I said earlier, releasing pain. This is the moment of period when you can release emotional pain, you can do some forgiveness, and you can move on and heal your relationship. Embrace your life purpose. You're being guided towards your divine life purpose. And whatever makes your heart joyful is what you are meant to be doing. So you whatever really excites you, whatever gives you joy, that work, that thing is is what you are meant to be doing. So pay attention to what brings joy to you. That is something that you may be meant to be doing, right? Okay, and then let me have a look at this other card which I'm sitting with, which is the Moonology deck. Okay, let's see. I can see the new moon here. The new moon, we are progressing towards the eclipse, the lunar eclipse, and the card says prosperity lies ahead. Believe in the impossible. If you're feeling challenged, then know that your commitment is being tested. But eventually, your hard work is going to pay off. So, if you're putting in hard work, you're putting in the commitment, that will work. And a new start would be coming with the lunar eclipse, with the new moon happening around August 28th. A new start, a new beginning is coming up for you. Take care of your emotions. Emotions are running high. You need to balance your emotions. And so, this period, this eclipse corridor asks you to be bold, to make the first move, to move forward confidently, courageously, strength, and make your moves. So, that was a quick snapshot of the energies, current energies. Okay, I will be. I've pinned the. In case anyone needs a personal tarot reading session, you want to do a deeper dive into the energies related to your own specific issues, then I have just pinned that. I've just pinned that, featured that link for you to have a look. So anyone who needs sharer badges, quickly get your sharer badges. So I'll do a couple of sharer badges readings. So who needs a quick one card intuitive message? Just a quick mini message, just a little guidance or insight for the current energies. And if you're watching the replay later, you can still share the episode and support the live session with stars. Aisha, I see some new beginnings, but you need to be committed to whatever you're doing. Something could lead to new beginnings for you, or more freedom, or more carefree kind of approach. So you could be heading towards. Are you planning to travel anywhere? So this can also indicate if you're wanting to go somewhere, or maybe planning something, forward planning. So I do see the energy of freedom. I do see some new beginning, some sort of moving forward energy. You're not okay, not at present. Plan out something where you can have some adventure for yourself. Could be going out somewhere, could be doing something new, being carefree. Arati, let's see. Okay, Kunjal, you are there. Let's do for you then. Then Arati. You need to take care of yourself. I can see some sort of tiredness or feeling exhausted. So you need to take care of yourself. You're very determined. You are standing up for yourself on certain issues, maybe. But take care of yourself. Don't get exhausted or take things whatever you are able to cope with. Do not take one extra things on yourself. Right? Arati. You are draining your energy. There is some inner or outer battle that you are going through. The card says, gather your strength. Don't drain your energy too much. Maybe it's a relationship issue, maybe it's an emotional issue, maybe it is some sort of emotional upset or something. So you need to get your emotions in place. Maheshwari. Kunjal, can sometimes your own dreams show you your past? So it depends on the type of dream it is. What is the scenario which is coming up? Because dreams can have various, can be different types of dreams. Mostly dreams are related to our current emotional and whatever we are going through currently. But the type of dream it is would tell you whether it is a past, it indicates something from the past. Sometimes there could be past life dreams which give you, tell you your past. Sometimes it could be guidance coming from some sort of higher guidance or cosmic guidance coming through the dreams, because that's the time when your logic mind is not working and your subconscious can is very receptive to. So yes, sometimes your dream can show you your past. Maheshwari, let's see. Improvement in finances for you. So generally life situation, luck, positive change. Maybe you are becoming financially more secure and making recovery from losses, generally making progress for yourself. So that's wonderful. If you're going through conflicts, if you're going through issues, this is also the time when you can actually resolve these issues, peaceful resolution, moving on, compromising, releasing your stress, and overcoming your challenges. Mukarram. I see a card where somebody is feeling a bit alone or lonely, or maybe feeling withdrawn or isolated, or maybe restricted. So that is something you need to work on. Connect with people who matter, could be family, could be, okay. Reshma. Somewhere you're feeling unsupported. You're feeling as if you are not getting what you wanted, the achievement aspect, the recognition aspect, the support aspect. You feel as if you are at a disadvantage there. So I see a little bit of disappointment in you, but don't get impatient. Don't feel weak. Be persistent. Whatever you are doing, make sure that you also have the tendency to leave things halfway, not completing whatever you are finishing. So you need to work on that and be persistent, be committed. Anirudh. Again, you're feeling withdrawn. I see the disappointment energy. You're wanting to leave things, you want to abandon something that you are doing, maybe you want to just escape from your situation. So, somewhere you need to balance things better, organize your stuff better, take on only that much which you can handle. Do not overextend yourself. So, then you would not want to run away or escape or get away, right? One more reading I will do. Chetna. Okay, Chetna. Chetna. You are not very enthusiastic. You are feeling a bit pessimistic or not feeling positive about many things, maybe feeling a bit emotionally withdrawn. But then this is also, the card says, time to recover, time to improve, time to let go of negativity, face life as it comes up. There is hope, there is positivity at the end of the tunnel. So open up, cope, face things, and you'll be able to do that better, right? Okay, so this episode we have covered our 400 episode journey. So a big thank you for 400 episodes, which could not have happened in isolation. There have been people who joined the very early sessions, and then I've seen people coming and going, people who came later. Some people came only for the energy work and the meditations. Some people who came after discovering me through the book. And hello, Sushma, how are you? There are people who joined the courses, people who found Tejaswini through the social media, and many people, unknown people who may have watched the replays quietly whenever they've had the time. So, whether you've been here for years or you are discovering Light Up with Tejaswini for the first time, you are part of this journey, and that is something that I deeply value. So, what happens after 400 episodes? So, I don't know exactly what the next aspect of the journey is going to look like. Maybe time to maybe take a small break or maybe start with the next season. That's the beauty, perhaps that's the beauty of the journey, looking at something more, uh, new things, new beginnings, more lives, more healings, more energy work, more courses, more tarot, more books. So Tejaswini app will continue to evolve. And of course, I'm looking forward to bringing my next book, which is, the topic is past lives, theme is the past lives, and I'll be sharing more of it as it reaches near release, as the release date comes up. So, episode 400 isn't an ending, it is a milestone, a pause to look back. Okay, and then to turn forward again. Sushma Singh, I will do just before, when I was closing, you have come up, so I'll do a quick reading for you before I close. Okay, this is the 400th episode, so I don't want to miss anyone. Sushma Singh. So 400 episode is like we are looking back, we are taking a pause to look back, and then we are turning forward again. So let's see what comes up next. So Sushma, you're feeling as if things are slow, you are feeling as if things are delayed, stuck, or maybe you're not feeling very creative at the moment. But then keep taking your actions. Card says be fearless, be confident, take your actions, right? Okay, so when I think of the Tejaswini journey from my own awakening to learning different healing modalities to leaving my corporate career and to creating the Tejaswini community, and first offline and then moving online to these 6 years of live sessions, 400 episodes, to my books, to my courses, to my digital platform, I realized that the journey has not been linear. It has not been a straight line. It has been a series of openings. One experience always leads to the other. So we don't know what will lead to what. So one chapter preparing us for the next. And perhaps that's why I called today's live session the journey of light. So that is what the journey of light really is. We don't always know where the light is taking us. So we simply keep walking towards it. So here's to 400 episodes. Here's to 6 years of Light Up with Tejaswini, the live sessions. So here's to everything that we have experienced, everything that we have learned, everything that we are releasing, and everything that is waiting to come up in the future. So 400 episodes of Light Up with Tejaswini Live, and the journey of light continues. Thank you for being part of it. And until we meet again, keep lighting up. All those who don't have Tejaswini's app, please download. Uh, keep enjoying the bonuses, keep enjoying the resources, keep looking through all the healing resources which I've built up through my own learnings over the last, I don't know how many years. All that integrated within my app. Okay, goodbye. See you again.